Hi.
All them talking shit about us. Y'all don't know we done been through today.
You don't know what we were talking about.
For all you know, my favorite uncle died at dawn. He didn't because I don't have one. But still.
Star Sam was reprimanding me for doing a family channel style vlog.
I told her she did it again. She's gonna be the 9th passenger. Get me the duct tape in my business partner's mansion. I'm gonna starve to be. God. No, it's been another Lemony Snickets, but this is like even smaller Lemony Snickets. Like one really
Demonetized.
right, demonetized. One really big sad thing that I can't talk about, and then several tiny stupid things.
Demonetized.
There's a soulless creature on our screen, guys. Be careful.
Excuse you.
It was really funny as we were playing for the king earlier, and there's like a boss you have to fight. His name is Fergus the Mad, and if you win, you get his little like leprechaun green like top hat.
Oh, that's
and so
cool.
we were trying to figure out who gets the item. And I was just like, yeah, put it on, Ginger.
Oh, no.
Of course, that's what you guys do. You put it on the poor Ginger.
Hey, I'm sorry. My hair is a dark red, and
Also,
right.
he still has some of his soul retained. The lighter the red, the more victims.
I have red hair and blue eyes, which apparently is a rare combo. It's not.
But it's a good attempt.
So do you think if like we kicked him outside, he would go find the pod at the other end of his rainbow?
He's not short enough.
Hey, Lola.
Man ain't short enough.
He's the one with the object.
I have plenty.
Lord.
I have a desk full of things to toss.
I have an entire PlayStation.
That's a bouncer. This is the PlayStation. Huh. Anyway.
Don't mind me. I'm still setting up the phone while I'm doing all this.
That's fine.
You're on your phone while you stream?
Listen, I never lied. I said I was a professional streamer. I don't recall those words ever coming out of my mouth. I get paid for it.
Okay, I thought that hurt the baby. The peach. I'm not short.
Excuse you. So, I got a new phone, by the way, guys.
This is Kai.
Galaxy S23.
This is my cat, Kai. Kai, stop struggling.
Here, let's do it like this. Everybody say hi to Kai.
He's a cow cat. Well, technically, he's a tuxedo. Almost cow cat.
Kibby. It is a kibby.
This is not a kibby.
It's a kibby.
This is a full-on man.
It's a kibby. Everybody's saying hi to the cat.
Say hi back, Kai.
Starsign also got the phone that I want. So, you know.
I kind of like it. I kind of don't because I hate change. But I gotta say, the fucking camera on here is really spanking. And I got a Galaxy 6 watch along with it for free. And the reason why I took it, even though it's going to make my cell phone bill go up, is because I've been wanting to get like a Fitbit for a hot minute. And I didn't realize you got to pay for a membership of Fitbit. Like, I didn't know that was a thing. So, to get the Fitbit that I wanted was going to cost me at least $200. Okay? Then you got to pay for the special programs on top of it to get all the things you need. And so then I said to my very lovely salesperson, I said to him, so in comparison to a Fitbit, what can this do? And because he was wearing one, which I know is a sales tactic, but still. He said it actually does all the same features, and he showed me the water lock features. He showed me all these different things. But that's not all, guys. You see, I then found out all this stuff can go on wireless chargers. And I think we all know by now that as soon as Starsun finds out she can buy accessories, she went looking. And oh by gosh, by golly, she found something. Please hold while I get it up. I want to, again, remind you all, this is a wireless charger.
Want to know the sad thing, Star Sam?
What?
They have cleaner tap water here than I did back at the apartments.
I believe that. They have a well, don't you?
I believe so, yeah, we have hard water.
Houses, so I will tell you right now, almost every apartment I've ever seen has shite water because it's city water. And a lot of cities have not updated their pipes since like 1972. So you got nasty old pipes. You have water that has been shocked to shit.
Yeah, you can really taste the iron and lead.
Mm-hmm. You get out that good rust and chlorine. Check it out, guys.
Oh gosh.
And it's RGB, meaning I can change it to like 9 different colors. And it's only $30.
Be careful, it might be a shit charger for $30.
I want you to ask yourself a question, Faye. Tell me if you think that's the part that I'm worried about.
Very fair.
It's an excuse. And for only $30, considering, so when Starman got his Rachel, California is showing.
Rachel Ray.
What
I
you
love
call?
that you didn't spell it right.
I know. Hi, Axel. Hi, baby. Whatchamacalls it? I already have a wireless charger that I bought for Starman 3 years ago that he never uses. Still in perfect condition. So what? Come on. I know, stretchies. Let's go.
Quote unquote dirty water for such a long time that when they
The water in a town as dirty as long time as Mississippi River. When they finally managed, motherfucker. Oh God, the whole thing just bowed.
So here's the thing too, is like the city that he was living in, that he's talking about the water being gross, they literally have a river, like the river that runs through town or through the city is a clean drinking source.
Even though it might seem like a clean drinking source, if there's any hidden minerals that they can deem unsafe, like whether it be lead, like for instance, I live in a very clean area. I'm far from the city. I'm in a non-industrialized area. My ground where I am is too heavy in lead to drink straight from the well for children. You have to. I cannot give any of the kids that come to my house. I cannot give them my tap water. It could hurt them over time. You have to be older to be able to handle the amount of lead in my water. So and my water comes out beautiful. It's some of the best tasting water I've had down south. But hi, Toasty. Remember to send me a message about being on your thingamabobber.
I didn't start.
Oh, what you call it though? Oh. I am so tired this week, guys. It's just been so much. It's been so much.
Yeah, but I think they have it like that because there's like, it is a city, so there is a decent like homeless population. But all the homeless people I've seen in the city are pretty self-sufficient. Like, you'll catch them down by the river where everybody fishes, and you'll just see them go out there and get their own fucking food and shit.
Yeah, I've passed by a few places.
The population of homeless in my town is not the same. They have a habit of going and stealing from Lowe's and CVS and stuff, and then they take everything that they stole They stand on every single corner in downtown and with cardboard signs try to sell all their stolen items.
I mean, they're definitely the bad ones here. Like in our apartments we lived in before we moved here, um, someone stole pieces off of the hubby's bike twice. One point they stole the actual bike. They cut the lock. Someone stole his Cadillac converter.
Oh, that's apparently a big thing right now, you know.
From underneath his Jeep, like, because it's high enough off the ground, they were able to get underneath there, and they like stole that off of his Jeep. In our apartments, people were stealing bikes. There was a room that you could really only get into with a fob, where people could store their bikes, and you could like hang them from the ceiling, what have you. Someone went in there and stole a shit ton of bikes. Like, there are definitely, like, we used to get homeless people rummaging around in our like garbage and everything. Like, there are definitely problems. Like, even here in town, there's a guy that lives close by that always has like a whole bunch of shit sitting outside of his house. And then recently the cop showed up at his house because he always had like fucking bikes on bikes on bikes out there. And the cops recently showed up at his house and like took everything. So like, we definitely get like that here. I just don't see it as much.
Well, I definitely think if you stay home a lot, like, because I know what happens here. Like, when I used to work for the mattress company, we had a homeless guy. I told you about this, that camped out in our trash, and I've had to deal with homeless people. So I pulled into the Panera in my town, and this was a couple of months ago. And as I came around, we're talking from like the wall to my microphone right here. Okay. Right next to the window where you order your food, there was this homeless guy passed out, just sitting there. And the thing is, he was close enough that rolling your window down, you you run a risk. And you're sitting there, like, especially if you're waiting in line, you're just sitting there where he can just get right up and grab your door. And I know for a fact they have tried this with the people. They've tried it with my car when I've been driving down the road. And this was 6 a.m. And when I pulled around, there was just one girl in the entire restaurant by herself. Which means she's running around doing the trash, prepping, baking, whatever. And the first thing I thought, because he was leaning against the door that opens to the back. And I was like, oh God. All she's got to do is be taking out the trash. Open that door. All hell breaks loose. And so when I came around, I was like, hey, just letting you know, there is a homeless dude passed out literally 15 feet from us. Like, he's right around the corner. And she was scared. This girl was no more than 23 years old. And it is early in the morning and she's all alone. And it was a lot of that happening. Like, when the homeless guy was at the mattress store going in and out of the trash, where we were was, so we were technically on the main road, but our parking lot faced away. In order to get into us and get to us, you had to go up a hill, around, go down a steep hill, and then pull into our driveway, our big parking lot. And the front of the store faced towards the parking lot, not the road. And there's a big wall blocking a lot of what's going on. So you won't see what's going on till it's too late. And the lights in the parking lot didn't go on till like 9 o'clock at night. And the entire staff at my store was women, young women. And we're leaving 9 o'clock at night with some random drugged out homeless dude shooting up, wiring up the doors. So it happens a lot downtown. And what bothers me is that we've got the free drug program in my town. We have all this free programs for these people. And yet the homeless seem to be getting more and more frequent. Like, we're seeing them more and more all the time now. And I don't understand it. We have jobs available all over town. Like, there is low employment, not because there's no jobs, but because nobody wants to work.
And that came with all those like stipends they were getting. So a lot of people was like, "Oh, I don't have to work. Let me sit on my ass and get lazy for 2 years." And then, lo and behold, you can't do it anymore. But people still don't want to go back.
And it's ridiculous because, like, there's a lot of people that show up in my town and they'll hold up signs claiming they're homeless. And people are like, you shouldn't judge how clean people look. If you're wearing brand new shoes, clean clothes, your hair looks like it was done, you're wearing jewelry, you've got a cane that looks like it was one of the dipped ones, and you're holding a sign saying homeless. I'm sorry. And they always choose the weirdest times to do all this. And we're right on a main highway. It is very easy for someone to come and fake and then go home to wherever they actually live. There was a guy in Rhode Island. He and his wife, I think it was in Cranston, would go in wheelchairs and sit on certain corners. And then at the end of the day, they would get into their Mercedes and go home. And they faked they were homeless. That's the bougie level of homeless, right? The unhoused.
My father-in-law actually had a story he told once where he was like on one of those like Hollywood type tours, like, oh, this actor lives in this house and this actor lives in this house, and they were like touring this like really ritzy neighborhood.
Right.
And then this guy was standing on the side of the tour bus. It was like one of those open like whatever, and like holding out his like hand or whatever to get money, and people were legit giving him money. And then at the end of it, father-in-law was talking about how he looks and he sees everything that's going on and watches this man turn around after getting money from these people and walk his ass right back into one of the mansions they were driving by.
I would fucking do
This
that.
is why-
I would do that just to fuck with tourists, but
This is why I don't give money to homeless people. Like, if you're actually homeless, like if you ask for spare change, like a couple of quarters or whatever I have sitting in like my dashboard, whatever, fine. But if you come asking me for money as a homeless person, you're not gonna get it. Because what I've learned most of the times, if people are actually homeless, they're not strung out, and they're not looking for alcohol, you can offer them food and they will take it. My ex-boyfriend used to manage at a Wendy's, and I used to walk him to work or go and meet him every so often. And there was a guy that used to sit outside the Wendy's actually. And this dude, like, he didn't sit where most of the homeless people did uptown by the liquor store. He was sitting out there, and I was like, just like random, like, hey, you want some food? Because there was like a gas station, a Circle K, like right across the street. It's like, you want some food? He's like, yeah, I would like some food. I took like the food stamp card across the street, gas station. I got him a soda, I got him a sandwich, and I got him a bag of chips, and like took it back, and he took it. Like, that's kind of how you can tell what their like real intentions are.
agreed.
Because I actually had this one lady. I was walking with a friend, and we were gonna head to the same Circle K I had mentioned. We were gonna pick up cigarettes, and this lady that usually is uptown, I've run into her a couple of times. I'll tell the second story after. Was like, hey, I need money to get my prescription from Walgreens, yada yada yada. I need a few bucks. I was like, okay, if you come with us, because we'll be across the street from the Walgreens, I will take you to Walgreens and give you the money for your prescription at the Walgreens. And originally she asked for like $3. Now, mind you, if you're on the like Medicaid, Medicare plan, your prescription is usually only $2. Now, so she asked for like $3, whatever. And then as we're walking to the Circle K, and I'm with my other friend, she keeps like upping it. I need $5. I need $7. I need $10. So by the time we got to the Circle K, I was like, okay, wait for us outside here. And we're going to run in, we're going to grab our cigarettes, and we'll come back out. So she waited for us at the front of the building. We purposely walked into the front of the building. She waited for us there. We snuck out the side door.
That's bad.
Uh,
Damn.
I did something
See, I'm the
similar.
person that gives I will give food, and one of the worst ones. This is when I first moved to North Carolina, so I was especially not trustworthy of anyone homeless then. Because most of them were really fake in Rhode Island. This couple who were wearing all Harley Davidson stuff, they looked dirty, but they looked like people that just didn't care dirty, not people that were homeless dirty. And they were very biker type, and they asked us for some money because they were so hungry. And I said, "Well, I have a bag of bagels in the car. If you want that, it is all yours." And I forgot what else we had. And I was like, do you want it if you're hungry? And they were like, "Yeah, we'd really appreciate that." So I gave them the bag of bagels. We went into what we were doing. And about an hour later, when I came out, I looked over where they were. The bag of bagels was sitting there untouched and they had left. So someone had dropped them money and they just didn't care anymore. And what I have done is there were vets, homeless vets sitting outside the Walmart in my town. And they were asking for, and this was around spring, I think it was March. And every year, my husband and I try to donate during the holidays and during Easter to the homeless. We don't always get to succeed, but we try our best. And whatchamacallit, this particular day, these guys are sitting out there. They had a lab and a Rottweiler, and they were like, "We're just trying to get a couple of bucks for some bologna, bread, and a can of dog food." I said, "What do you need?" And they said, "We just need bread, bologna, and a can of dog food." I said, "How many days of dog food do you have?" And they said, "We don't." So Matt and I went in. We got 2 8 packs of Gatorade for them. We got them some cans of soup, got them some cheap deli meat, some bologna, some bread, got them some cheese. We got them cans of dog food and a bag of dog food and a couple of treats. Did we have the money for this? Absolutely not. But it was 3 men, 2 dogs, and they weren't asking us for money. They were asking for dog food. And so that was something that to this day I'm always happy I did that, because it was really upsetting to me that these were 3 veterans and people weren't helping them. And I wouldn't mind if they were lying or anything, but you can usually, like you said, you can usually spot. And they try to tell us no. They were like, no, if you can just get us the dog food, we'll be happy. And they kept insisting, like, get the dog food, which is why we got so much. Like, I think we hooked them up with 10 or 12 cans. I mean, it was shitty dog food, but
Better something than nothing.
exactly.
I'm gonna-
And they're,
And then
yeah, and it's just like, that's the kind of stuff where, and I think it was Natanya that said it earlier, we should be trying to rehabilitate a lot of these people. That's a lot of other problems for me. And we're too busy trying to appease someone's addiction rather than try to make them better. And the only thing they try to do is give them more drugs. They don't try to give them better programs. They don't try to give them coping mechanisms. They don't try to do anything helpful to these people. They just say, let's give them more drugs and let them stay exactly as they are. And that's good enough.
yeah, so one of the and if if you're one of those people that have like the signs outside, if you are like just or you're outside like panhandling and you are just completely honest about what you want, chances are you're going to be more likely for someone to give you something. I've literally had a guy outside of the liquor store was like, "Hey, can I have $1?" And this guy looked like disheveled. I wouldn't say he looked completely homeless, but he definitely, like, I wouldn't have been surprised if he was. And he was like, "Do you have $1?" And I was like, "For what?" Oh, he's like, "I have $4 here. I just need another $1 because I want to go in and get a Four Loko." It's like, okay, here you go.
The other day, So when anybody, the thing that will automatically make me say no is if you are at a gas station and you come and you're like, hey man, I'm just looking for a little blessing today. I'm looking for a little bit of help. I immediately will tell you no every time. You are not going to come up to me at a gas station and start sitting and say, oh, well, I need this. No, no. I'm usually
You
in a
want a
restaurant at the gas.
sandwich? I'll buy you a sandwich.
No, it's always they need some cash because they got to get back to something. But a guy came the other day to the restaurant about 2 weeks ago. And he was a put together guy, older. And he told me, I was waitressing and I said, you here for sit down or take out? And he was like, well, actually, I'm hoping you can help me. And he started talking about how he was a construction guy in here for a job. And he started telling about how there's something up with his car and he needed money to do A, B, and C because he was stuck here. And I got the feeling he thought I was the owner of the restaurant. And I was like, I said, I don't know where to go. I tried. He said that there was these things going on, right? And that when he went to the Salvation Army, he went to the local churches, he went to the local Catholic charities, he went to all of them. And none of them would give him any help whatsoever because he wasn't local.
It does not sound.
And I was like, when I came here, it doesn't sound right. They would point you towards something. Even the cops won't help you. Are you sure? And so I was like, I technically had cash, but there was, oh, that's right, he got robbed. That's what it was. Someone had broken into his Jeep, taken his wallet, taken his cell phone, all that stuff. So he had no money. And I believe he was trying to get enough gas to drive back home or whatever. And he's like, I just want someone to help me. And I'm like, something just doesn't smell right. And it's just like how it's happened so much to me lately with scams. Like, that just reminds me also when I got that. Did I tell you about the scam? Did you see my short that I posted?
I don't think so.
The other day, about a couple of days after this guy, I get a message from one of my good friends. And she says, I need your help. Which is usually how she'll message me about something. So I said, okay, what's wrong? I need you to lend me money. How much? $200 to $300. That's a lot of money. I promise I'll pay you back in the morning. That was my first hint. Something wasn't right. Because I know when she gets paid. I know how she gets paid. And it was a Saturday morning. She would have been getting the money back to me. And it was a Friday night she was messaging the money. And I'm like, something doesn't smell right. But I was like, okay, how am I going to send it to you? Because she was sending it to me on her Facebook. And then I just got the idea, so I called her on her cell phone. I pick up, it's not me, I'm not asking for any money, I got hacked. Okay, so I thought she got back into her Facebook. So I just wanted to see if the hacker was still on her messenger. I told them, hey, can you call me? And they did. And they called me and they turned on video. And it was her. She was talking. I couldn't, no volume, but she was talking. Showed me her whole body. Showed me her uniform at work.
Someone had taken a video of her?
It's AI. Somehow they had gotten onto one of her photos because she was sitting like this in the video. It looks like she's crooking her neck and talking. What I think it was, because she likes to take like MySpace era photos. I think what they did was they took one of her selfies and they put it onto an AI body mapping. That's what it feels like to me.
back in the day, though, there used to, like, the program probably still exists, because I remember this in high school, is that there is a program, and I don't know how much of it looked like she was moving, but there is a
Oliver.
program that you can put someone's picture into, and this has been, like, years, where it will find where their mouth is and actually change it up to make it look like they're...
Right. I thought it was that. I know what you're talking about. No. We're talking, she was going, and the camera went up and down. She shrugged. She tilted her head. I could see her breathing. Like, bro, it was creepy. And the only thing that really tipped me off, I'm like, I can't hear her. I can't hear her at all. And so when I talked to her a couple of days later, because I already knew I wasn't going to send the money, I knew they were a scammer. But she called me about an animal problem a couple of days later. And I said, so when you were on video call, why couldn't I hear you? She goes, that wasn't me. She said, and that's how they got me with my son. Because how they got her information is they called her, and she's in her 50s or 60s. They called her, and they did the whole same song and dance with her and her son, and did the AI. And she said they did the exact same thing to me, and that's how they got her. And I'm just like, this is insane. And what I said in the video was, for years, people have clowned me and I know I'll have to go to bed soon. Can you hear my nose getting all stuffed up? It's ridiculous. For years, people clowned me for putting everything fake online. My name, my hometown, my job, all of it. They were like, you just think you're so important. You think that you're so high and mighty. You think everyone's out to get you. And I'm like, it's not even that.
Look, I'm not even gonna fault you for that. I was working at this club one time, right? And usually, like, when people would ask me about certain things, I would give them, like, info that was, like, 10 years previous or,
Right.
like, 6 years previous. Like, oh, well, you live here. Are you from the area? It's like, oh, I used to go to school. Like, I went to high school in such and such town. Like, stuff that was, like, years ago. And I had a lady who I worked with, which I found what she did to be very creepy, but she tried to, like, prove a point to me. She was like, start making shit up. Don't tell them this shit, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, you know what? It was, like, years ago. I really don't care. Yada, yada, yada. Blah. And I'm not on social media much anyway. She took everything I had ever said and found me on Facebook. Based off where I went to high school, mostly, and found me on Facebook.
And see, that's why when we were on stream that time, me and Horror, and that person was saying all that stuff, in my head, I kept thinking, I am so happy I have lied online my entire life. I was thinking that at that moment because the only thing they got right was a really old account. But again, because they traced back my fake name, no one, even people that know me, and I've told them the name to find me on Facebook, they can't find me. And that is why. Because I have never trusted the internet for as long as I've been alive. I've loved exploring it. I've never trusted putting my stuff on there. And what I really don't like is that in order to function now, in modern society, they have made it. You don't have a choice. You have to, like, I remember the day that Facebook forced everyone to stop having nicknames. And I had to pick a name that sounded real. And that always pissed me off. And what I hate is that now there's a bunch of jobs where if they find out your social media is private, that gets you fired. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense to me because I had, when I was at when I was at the mattress store, my boss started saying, well, you should be posting about the sales and posting on the local yard sale groups on Facebook. And I was like, I don't want to. Well, that's part of your job. No, it's not. I said, my social media isn't attached to this company, and I don't feel comfortable posting about it with my name out there, even my fake one. I said, that's my Facebook. I said, I don't want to attach to the company in any way. And it was a fight. I fought about it. Because I was like, I don't feel comfortable doing that. I have too much of my own personal information. I post my political beliefs. I post my religious beliefs. I post my opinions about things. I said, and now I'll have to police myself so I don't get in trouble for selling mattresses. It's one of the reasons why I haven't gone to a retail job with the restaurant. I've said it before. Do you guys understand why I always say restaurant and my boss? Notice I don't even mention the foods that I make at the restaurant because I try very hard that you can't cross-reference the unique foods that my restaurant makes or the unique cuisine that my restaurant makes with where I'm possibly located. Because I don't want the restaurant to suffer for it. Because when I first started working there, that was when the whole artist Twitter bullshit happened. And millions of people were mad at me because I told them their fan art was theft. Imagine if I hadn't been private about it then, dude. People were trying to find the restaurant. People were trying. I don't even follow it on Instagram, you know. I don't follow any of the restaurant because I don't want to run the risk.
I'm really happy that my company did not require us to do that.
Because can you imagine? I can't.
It was
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
if we did post on our like social medias, it was like up to us. Like we chose to do that, not Rico going, oh hey, got a new sale going out. Post on your Facebook and your tweeters. Like no,
Not doing it. Don't want
But
to, not
again,
doing
our
it.
company was big enough that we have like commercials like all the fucking time. So just like, I don't even care if you guys know what company I worked for because they're all over the fucking place. You're not gonna figure out which one I worked for. If I see another fucking commercial for this company talking about nada yada yada, I'm gonna fucking throw something at the TV.
I love Jason Alexander though. But the point is, I don't know if you remember this, Faye, when Facebook forced everyone to like fix their name. And
No.
what it was, like, they actually told me this was a couple of years ago now, like 8 or
I
9.
don't think I ever had a Facebook that didn't have, correction, my original Facebook, the one that I still have, I
Yeah.
never had like a fake name on it.
Gotcha.
I have made a few Facebooks where I've put like fake names and fake pictures and they've all gotten deleted. But my husband's fake profile that he had is still there because it doesn't have his name, no info about it, not his picture. And it's still up, I'm pretty sure.
See, what I'm mad about is I try to do this.
What are you trying to do?
So, I used to have Ponyville as my home. And that was something because, like, so back in the day, guys, Facebook used to actually be kind of fun.
Yeah, had
And
games.
yeah, and you could do like a bunch of shit that was really fun with each other. It wasn't just
Poking each other.
poking, games, all different stuff. And that was really how mobile games started, was Facebook. We sound so old talking about this. But what ended up other people would do is like, you really love Harry Potter? Well, you could put Hogwarts as your school. I put Monster High as my school. I had Ponyville Equestria as my hometown. My name was Cassandra Starson. And I loved it because it was all fake. Well, Facebook
University
didn't
of
like
I don't give a damn.
right, like Facebook for some reason really didn't like this. They wanted to be more formal and they wanted to make sure that everyone was real. So they told if your name got reported as fake, you had to prove your name was real. My name was very obviously fake. And so when they reported it, they said you could either change your name to your real name, you don't have to prove that, or you've got to prove that that fake name is your real name. And by doing that, you've got to give an ID, your state ID or passport with it on there. Where did I put my phone? And Axel, no. Stop jumping on that. God almighty. And you had to put that up. Okay. And if you didn't, they locked your account forever. And the thing is, I know it's dumb. I hate losing accounts. I don't like when I get locked out of accounts. It annoys me. It pisses me off because I'll have had it for a long time and I forget people. Like, I get forgetful very easy. So I use Facebook as a reminder for a lot of shit. Like, I'll routinely go through my friends list and be like, oh, I haven't checked on them in a while. Let me check on them.
That's fair. Once money transfers and sales are involved, you need to use your real ID.
Yeah, but again, if you don't have them on there, I don't use Facebook for money. Who does that? Really?
Yeah, they have the option now to send the money, though, is the problem. So
right, but I think if you don't do it, you shouldn't have to prove yourself. I think that's a reasonable thing. And I especially wasn't doing it then. So it's like, there are literal apps for that. So I don't know why anyone would use Facebook in the first place. It's not a secure thing.
I like using Facebook Marketplace or areas around here. Like, we got the baby's crib off of there because I kept looking. It was like the crib. It was the style of crib that I wanted because it's one of the ones that changes into a toddler bed. You take the front off, you add the little thing, and it's a toddler bed. Boom. Don't have to buy a separate bed. That was what I wanted, and someone was selling one, and these are usually like $400 or $500. Someone was selling one for $100 on Facebook Marketplace. It was about a good 20 minutes for me. We did the whole like talking back and forth, setting up a time and a place, when I would be there, how to pay, everything. Everything was pretty legit. And drove over there, got it, ecstatic. Great deals on Facebook Marketplace as long as it's not a scam.
Always meet in a public place and always take somebody with you and always do cash. That's how I see it.
I did Venmo. They wanted Venmo, and the reason for that, they probably would have taken cash. I didn't have cash on me, and at the same time, the time that I agreed to meet them, they were somewhere else, so I was picking it up from the husband. So I had to call her, get her phone number. That's what's good about Venmo, is you have to have the last 4 digits of their phone number to send anything to their Venmo. So I had to call her. He had to call her. I had to get the last 4 of her phone number, send the money. While we were there, we did all of this before they like let me take it. And it was, but they had it sitting outside, so it was pretty nice. He even helped like load it in because it was me and another girl.
Excuse me. We had to eat at Cracker Barrel tonight. And my tum-tum's upset. The pregnant one picked it out, so of course. We acquiesced to her request, and Jilly, if you're watching, I know why you had to pick it, but I'm just saying. Whatchamacalls it. I mean, it wasn't bad, but it was just like, it would have been nice to go a different place, you know. Soldrick. Cool name, by the way.
Soldrick. Hi.
But
that's someone I know. I told them we would be doing this.
Oh, hello.
I guess we decided to like pop in.
I was forced to eat there, but the whole family wanted it. Cracker Barrel's not bad. I'm not going to tell you it is some mind-blowing, amazing place. It's not. It is very standard, fun fare. But you know, I agree with those rules for those types of trading, but I don't like dealing with cash or people, so I just don't sell my shit. I don't sell anything on Facebook Marketplace, but I buy shit. Like, I have gotten some good deals. Like Faye said, I have gotten some decent deals on Facebook Marketplace, and you very much can. Like, I plan on buying a used stand-up freezer, because when you live in the South and everybody's hunting fucking deer, someone's going to get rid of their stand-up freezer. and I have a nice covered carport. So guess where I'm going to put my stand-up freezer? It's going to go over there, and I'm going to be very happy because I'm going to have my food stored away. I'm going to love it. I will tell you right now, Shadow Warden, do IHOP. Don't go anywhere near Denny's.
See, IHOP is better food. I would say it depends on the Denny's. Because, like, Denny's, it depends on who's working at the Denny's. I had a Denny's near me that I would go to every night after work. And I don't know why, but night staff, as little of them that was there, had better food than day staff.
That's because night staff tends to get more people, honestly.
Yeah, and here's the thing, like, everybody would go, like, during the weekday it wasn't as great, but everybody would go, and, like, during the weekends after getting fucked up, because it was one of the few places that was open, like, 24 hours. And, like, so we would always go there after work, because I worked at a bar. And, no, and when I say, like, it wasn't about more people, because they got just as many people, the person who cooked at night cared more, because I'm the type of person, I like broccoli, right? Don't overcook and give me like gross rubbery broccoli. I hate that. Day staff did not know how to fucking cook broccoli. I can't tell you, it was gross, rubbery, watery fucking broccoli if you got it during the day. You went at nights, like after like 9 p.m. and ordered the same fucking shit.
Man knew how to do it. See, I'm gonna tell you, the Waffle House that Starman and I used to go to was amazing, and then it got shot up. So we have stopped going since then because after the second time bullets flew through it, I was like, I don't really want to be there when something like that happens. The bullet may have further to go through, but I don't want to run the experience and run the chance. So I know women who are grandmothers who don't know how to cook broccoli. I will tell you, growing up, I thought I hated broccoli because my mother and father, for all the wonders they could do for cooking, my mom would utilize the microwave in the most ridiculous way possible. So what she would do, she'd go through the entire effort of getting fresh broccoli, and she would trim it and cut it into perfect florets. And she would put garlic in it with a little bit of water and salt. And then she would microwave the shit out of it in a Corningware. So she would steam it. And so it was always mush. And so I was like, I don't like it.
Stir-fried broccoli.
Stir-fried is amazing. But you know what I love the best? Blanched. If you blanch and shock broccoli, if you don't know what blanching is, you get salty water, you boil it. Then you throw in whatever vegetable it is, usually a green or a hearty vegetable, not something starchy. You throw that in for roughly 3 to 8 minutes, preferably 3 to 4. And then you take it out and you immediately put it in ice water. As soon as that stuff is cooled down, you have shocked food. When I tell you, it's so good. I love it. And my favorite is green beans and broccoli. They always come out great. Always. And then taking that shocked vegetable and stir frying it afterwards. Little bit of garlic powder, onion, and sauteed onion, and a little butter or olive oil and salt and pepper. Speaking of food. Faye, do you know what Tuesday is? For me.
Day? I don't know.
It's the day before hump day. Well, let's see. Let's look. Kids. November 17th.
You were thinking about 2 different hump days.
Every day's hump day if you're motivated enough. So, November 17th marks 2 years I've uploaded to YouTube as a YouTuber. And so I'm having my anniversary stream on Tuesday. So since my original plans got fucked over royally, I spent the day getting what I needed for the stream. I spent way more money than I thought I would. It hurt. But I went and I got beef, pork, chicken, turkey. I got like 4 different kinds of cheeses, 3 different kinds of pasta, 6 cans of tomato sauce. Because I'm making. Oh, and I didn't get the dough. That's why I still gotta get the dough. Because there was only whole wheat dough, and I'm not making stromboli with whole wheat dough. I am making on Tuesday, on live stream, I'm making lasagna. I am making baked ziti. I am making spaghetti with spicy meat sauce. I am making stromboli. And I am making chicken cutlets. Ooh, I gotta get the oil too. No, I just got oil. Good. I bought so much stuff today, dude. I lost track. I got so much. Because what I'm trying to do is I'm cooking enough to make 4 freezer ones for my husband. Make 2 to give to my boss. Make enough spaghetti to break up and freeze for my husband for work foods. Make the stromboli for us to eat that night, and make the chicken cutlets for us to eat throughout the week. So it's going to be an interesting cooking stream. But the benefit is a lot of this is you stack it and then you forget about it. That's the good part. So I'm looking forward to that. And every day is hump day if you're motivated enough. Put that on a shirt. Well, I actually have 2 new shirt designs that I am planning on releasing soon.
Speaking of foods, I will be right back. I gotta make my hubby a sandwich real fast.
She gotta go get in the kitchen and make her man a sandwich. Bro. Annie, I love you. Do you know how long a panettone takes? Panettone is not something... I'm gonna tell you guys. Panettone takes years to even learn how to make it. And then on top of that, you have to learn how to make the mother dough because it is a fermented type of dough. You have to learn how to candy everything properly. Like, I love panettone. I leave it to the professionals. It is, Axel, keep it moving. You're going to break my shit. Wait for it. You don't know what panettone is, Mitchell? Oh! Please hold. Jade is excited for it. I'm excited that you're excited, Jade. This is food that I know how to make without even thinking, so I'm very excited for it because, like, there's always something that you make without even thinking about it. Like, when it came to the mac and cheese, I had to kind of concentrate because even though I can make it, it's a more delicate process. But with tomato sauce, with chicken cutlets, so much easier. Hold on, I'm sharing right now. Strufoli? Probably not. Oh, that's not what I want to share. This is a panettone. You have probably seen this box in the market. Balduccio's panettone. This is one of the best ones to get. If you don't like candied fruits or raisins, I don't know what to tell you. They do make panettone in different flavors like chocolate and I had a limoncello panettone. Oh, it was so good. But these, it's a very traditional, delicious, amazing Italian cake. And it's, see, I have had this one, the panettone with tiramisu. That one's pretty crazy. The tiramisu one I've had. Pistachio cream. Oh, wow. That one looks interesting. But yeah, panettone is delicious. And it takes a lot of work. See, so why were you saying that, Annie? You knew. You knew I couldn't make it. Do you know who actually usually carries pretty decent panettone? You're going to laugh, guys. Marshalls. Marshalls and TJ Maxx every year gets a lot of imported stuff, and they get like 80 different kinds of panettone every year. So good. Um Oh, yeah, there's a lot of Italian desserts that are just like very hard to make. Like almond cookies, I can make. Biscotti, I cannot. Even though technically biscotti are easier to make. Uh, but butterballs are really good. Butterballs are like a really crumbly butter cookie, and in the middle is a big old walnut, and then you take this baked cookie and then you roll it in powdered sugar. And my mom made the best butterballs. Oh my god. The things that I think I miss the most about the holidays with my mom when it comes to food is my mom making pecan pie, my mom making butterballs, and my mom making almond cookies. Those were so good. And they were phenomenal. And I'm food wise, I know that I can't recreate that. And until the baby is old enough, it's not worth for Auntie Cassie to go through all that effort either. Oh, I can't breathe through my nose right now. I hate it. I think partially it is because, yeah, Starman had to do all the cat boxes not too long ago. So that's the first problem. And then yesterday, see, because my nose is still dead from when I was sick. Apparently, because I felt my mouth tingling. I felt my throat getting itchy, and I got a little lightheaded, and my stomach was upset. But I hadn't eaten that day, and it was going on 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, maybe a little earlier. And my husband goes, God. And I'm like, what? Someone fart? He goes, you don't smell that? You don't smell that? And I'm like, what? He goes, that dude behind us. He reeks of weed. And I was like, oh no. Now I know what's going on. I'm feeling it. And so today I already woke up with a bit of a strain in my throat, and my nose felt like bloody. So, but listen, fermented fish is not bad. You know, that's how they make nook mum. And nook mum is very good for seasoning. Or Vietnamese fish sauce. Whatever you call it. Did you see the recipe? Look at her run. Hey, Star, did you see the recipe for the book that I posted on Faye's Discord? Girl, I barely look at my own Discord. No. But tag me and I'll go look. Surströmming. Okay, hold on. Surströmming. Let me see. I'm going to type that right here.
I'm checking on the baby real fast.
Surströmming. Okay. My Faye. Let's look this up. What is surströmming? But yeah, it was funny because my salesperson, I'm sitting there and I went, oh no. So I started covering my mouth, and he said, oh, is something wrong? And I'm like, I'm allergic to weed. And he laughed, and I went, no, I'm allergic to weed. He went, you're serious? Whenever somebody says like you're serious, I always giggle a little because I'm like, you realize
allergic to anything.
Yeah, one, you can be allergic to anything, and two, you realize it's a plant, right? Like you do know it's a plant with dander and also the pollen. And also, why is everyone so upset over this? Why is this a canned item to be sold if everyone's face is anger and puke? I don't understand this. Why make it if everyone's sad about it? Maybe you do have a right to be upset, Annie. I don't know. Why? Everyone looks very upset.
People can be allergic to the sun and touching other people.
You can be allergic to your partner's jizz. Imagine finding that out the hard way. The internal hard way. I know that you can be allergic to your own sweat. There's so many random things you can be allergic to and you don't even realize it. I'm black. My ancestors' food is either fried chicken or poor people food. Stop it.
Okay, listen here. Chitlins done right are good. All right.
I refuse to believe that.
I recently, not even joking, like a few months back, found some in Walmart, cleaned those motherfuckers, and cooked them the way my grandmother does. Called up my cousin, asked her if she wanted any, agreed that she wanted some, saved some for her, and she never picked them up. I was pissed. You gotta make them right. Put a little hot sauce in them.
Did you get the butthole this time?
Mm-mm.
I will tell you right now. You know what? I already feel a little ill from yesterday. I'm not going to describe it, but I'm not a chitlins person for multiple reasons. I'm also not a liver mush person for the same reason. But you know what's really sad is that, like, I saw that stroming, and all I think of is canned sardines, which are delicious. I don't care what anyone says. Boneless, skinless sardines in olive oil, they are like so smack. Like, they are such good snacks, so good. You crack a little bit of salt and pepper on them. You put them on a good cracker. Delicious.
You know what I don't like that my mom used to make, and that's like black poor people food?
What?
It's fucking like, I couldn't stand it. She used to make fucking pig's feet, fucking ham hocks, and fucking neck bones. Fucking disgusting.
And the worst thing is, now that is poor people food.
Cook that shit.
And see, Italians do a lot of that shit too. Like, I will say this, organ meat can absolutely be disgusting, especially if you do an old world and you don't fix it. If you do not do, like, I know I disagree with her, but like Faye was saying, you can't just eat these things the way they are. And if you've ever watched, not Anthony Bourdain, but Andrew Zimmer, what is it?
Andrew Zimmerman?
No reservations, but the guy that eats like anything and everything on Food Network. Like, I think it was Weird Foods. I can't remember what it is, but this guy like will eat anything but walnuts. Crazy enough walnuts he hates. And when he whatchamacallit, he always likes to go for organ meat because when he was homeless and he could get free food from the it was nutrient dense. So he learned to eat anything. Organ meat can be very gamey and be very minerally in the bad way. It can have an off texture. I do believe if you're gonna use the organ meat, I do believe grinding it is the best way. That way you get the nutrition without the texture. Like, I know that stomach is healthy. I know that. Well, apparently, I'm not sure. She said it was illegal. I want to see this. Because I've been informed, apparently, cow lung is illegal to sell in America. Come on.
Look, little fox, channel your inner Uncle Ruckus, okay? We like to shit on my mom here. It's a-okay. Do it. Don't care. By the way, she tried texting me.
Why?
Text message. And I know it's her. I didn't even click it to read it. Text message. I bought a car. I already said that. I've already done that. Happy early birthday was the last ones I said. This one is, I'm in such and such town, waiting on my apartment. This is where I'm staying. I'm settling here. Don't fucking care. But I looked up how far away it is. Less than 2 hours by highway. If I were to make the drive, it's like 2.5 hours. But yeah, she's less than 2 hours away.
Ew. And see that? All right. Put a pin in that because I want to remember something about it. But that sucks. And you said she found out your address, right?
Mm-mm.
Oh, then we're good right now. We're good right now, at least. So two things. One, federal policy in the United States allows butchers to sell virtually every part of an animal's body as human food, with one notable exception: the lungs. Is banned for commercial supply. Reisman is hoping to flip the ban. Last month, he filed a petition for the USDA's food safety. A food being gross is not the same as being unsafe. Why is it illegal to sell animal lungs for consumption in the US? Which the reason why I am shocked is because I bought beef lung from a Mexican market. And this was a couple of years ago, but I'm like, you sure it's illegal? And she's like, I'm pretty sure. So they're selling it illegally. I was like, oh.
Yes, Shadow Warden. Fuck that bitch.
The answer is yes.
Wait, I'm sorry. She doesn't exist. Who are we talking about?
They dissected the lungs deeply in the airways and tissues. It was very concerning. Okay, they're worried about fungal spores, apparently. They're worried about the fungal spores in the lungs. But here's the funniest part. I could buy lung to feed to my dogs when it's dried. So okay. But anyways, when it comes to organ meat, grinding it up and putting it with mixed stuff is a great idea after you boil. Many of the organs require a pre-boiling, so that way you get a lot of that grime and nastiness off of it. Some of it has stronger skin around it to protect the organ, so you have to peel off that. What they call silver skin on some muscles and things like that. But actually, what I did want to say to you, so you just said under 2 hours. There was this video going viral around online. And apparently it was, she said talking to this girl, because up on screen it says talking to an American. Oh, I live in this little town called Bournemouth or whatever the hell she says. And then the American, they go and said, the American person, oh, is that near London? She goes, no. And then it goes to a stitch of this guy. And he says, I am about to defend America as a Brit from the Brits. He said, Bournemouth, where she lives, is roughly 2 hours outside of London. He said, and what you all have to realize, to an American, that is close. And it is. And then he starts detailing how big Texas is. He said, none of you realize how large America is. And I really do think, like, short of where Hecken lives, and Russia, and China, I think those are the only places that are as big as us. And then maybe Australia. And people don't realize how much we have to drive in this country, because your job might be 2 hours away. And so, yeah, driving, like, that's close. Like, when the riots were happening in Charlotte, they're an hour away. And I was like, I'm pretty close to these damn riots. Like, it was a little off. And so I just thought you find that funny. Is like, to a British person, that's far. So just become a British person. You'll feel at ease.
Oh, fuck God, no.
The dust of the dawn here.
Yes, Shadow. Let me find.
Yeah, go ahead. Back to the mother thing.
Yeah, Shadow Warden. Yes, you will get that kind of response from me when it involves my mother. 100%. I don't think you've been around here for all the stories.
Shadow came from me and horror, so Shadow is new to this side of it. So I know that we aren't talking about anything motherly. Usually when it's the three girls, but Peachy was not able to join us. Don't tell me to be Tory stars. I will. My mom was a 3-day nonstop drive with a country in between, and sometimes I think that's too close. Damn, that's cold. They don't use freedom units, they use metric. But whatchamacallit. So normally we do talk about mother issues, but the problem is I don't really have any motherly issues, and Faye is a good mom, and we try to pretend her mom doesn't exist. So, without the third person to bounce off of terrible mom stories, she and I just talk about whatever the fuck we want to talk about till we get too tired, and then we're like, all right, we'll go to bed now.
Speaking of which, I'm obsessed with Hogwarts Legacy, and I'm going to stream that tonight again.
I have not gotten to play it at all, but I still got a whole slew of games I haven't been able to finish yet, and I'm so tired lately. I'm hoping that
My thing is, right, is that I'm so obsessed that I want to play it. Like, if I could get away with it, I'd be sitting here right now playing it while talking to you and doing this whole thing. The thing is, I promised it on stream, and I would feel bad if I went further in the game and like everybody missed, like that had been watching miss shit. So I'm just like, I want to play.
I will let you know I'm getting pretty tired, so you're gonna get to play soon. Because tomorrow I have to make sure that the house. One, I've got to try to get my brother to the house because I had to replace my ceiling fan. One of the Lemony Snicket's issues. That's probably not it. Heckin' Peachy's just having a lot of rough times lately. The kids just got a lot going on, so you know. But my mom was very convinced America is dangerous and didn't notice I wandered off beyond the tide pools. I'm imagining you were little when that happened. Whatchamacallit? What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the ceiling fan. So we had to schedule it all. We had to plan it all. I get my brother over here. I'm at work. Well, whatchamacallit? As he gets here, they get the entire fan made, set up, and hooked up. And then Philip tapped it to see how secure it was, and the fan tried to fall. So apparently the screws that they provided were not strong enough to hold up the fan. Okay, understand. Today, he was supposed to get the better screws and put them in.
Not yet, Little Fox, but I am working on it. I'm pretty sure a few more days in and someone will say something.
What?
And I will wear it proudly. I'll put it in little letters on my stream, right at the bottom above my heart.
See, Matt told me I'm probably going to get in trouble for, let me show you. Oh, wait. Later. Matt thinks. Hold on. I got to share it.
Maybe they'll put me on the website like they did with Leon.
Matt thinks this is going to get me in trouble.
And?
I was like, well, I think it's dumb if it does. And then I was going to do spicephobic. I think I might do spicyphobic instead. Like with a Y instead of an E.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think?
Do it.
But which one? Do you think I'd do spice or spicy? Like, do you think this was fine as is, or should I do the Y instead?
I would say spicy.
I think so too. I'll fix that then. Because I want to get those up on the thing, and I actually am contemplating dropping my money on my own stuff. Like, I want to buy, because I don't have enough credits because nobody's bought stuff yet. So I have no, whatchamacallit. I have no credits to get free samples of my merch. And I know that the way to sell it is to wear it. So I'm like, well, I'll follow the sword. I have to buy some shirts. Soon.
I recently had someone give me like a free thing of their merch because it was my birthday. And then they did a giveaway. It was really funny too. They did a giveaway that same night for something for free in their merch. From their merch, and like they went through all the different things they had. It was actually really cool. And so I ended up winning the giveaway on top of that.
This is what I was thinking, Hunty.
I was just like, okay, all right, they're already giving me something for free. Like, let's not push it. So I like gave my win to someone else, and because this person was the person who bought me Hogwarts Legacy, which is a huge fucking like expensive ass fucking game. And then on top of that, they said that if they hadn't sent me enough, they were gonna send me another $50. And I'm just like, dude. So I was like, you know what? You know what? Just you can have this. Like, I'm gonna give you my win. Even the playing field.
For you. Oh my gosh, I am getting. You know what? I am getting exhausted. Like I can feel myself fading. Oh my god! I think it's
I
just.
got blocked on Facebook by one of my cousins after asking her if black cops' lives matter. She lived in. Speaking of that, I don't know why this popped into my head. I can't
What?
find the video now, but I want to find it for the life of me. If you guys know what video I'm talking about, send it to me in Starsen's Discord if you're in there. But there is this one fucking video, and you know it was a black cop just from the way he was speaking. Was this cop car is sitting at this like just parked at this place, minding his own business, doing nothing, just parked. And someone across the street is just like yelling at him, and I think he's telling them to like move along, not even like out of his car in their face. He's just telling them to move along. They're like, hey, you're a dick. He's just on his thing, just so like, don't care, fuck you, that's cool. And just the way he's just saying it, just like he's just done with like everything, and it was the funniest shit I have seen in a long while, and I can't find the video for the life of me.
The zero fucks given.
Just it was so funny.
The only thing I see. Do you mean this, honey? Is this what you're talking about? Orion, what's wrong, bud? All right, well, Travis Savart.
I think that's it, little fox. Yeah, I think you know what I'm talking about. He's just in his cop car, just not even giving two fucks.
Focus. It's not going to focus. Yes, go to, well, yeah, TravisSavardit.com. Go check him out. His birthday's coming up, guys. Orion, what's the issue? Orion. He goes, oh, this is one of Rachel's peacock's feathers. Hey, bud, what's wrong?
Guys, I think we should let Starson have a break. Her throat's a little bit of sore.
Yeah, you can hear it.
I'm not gonna tell you why. That's kind of between her and me, but let's give her a little bit of break.
I wish that was the reason. It'd been a lot more fun.
I am gonna play some Hogwarts Legacy since it's not actually as late as it normally is.
Yeah, you can tell how heartbroken she is, guys. She's like, oh no, guys, you know, Starson wants to go to bed. Aw, shucks.
But in the meantime, some Hogwarts Legacy, you guys, over on my Twitch channel, where we can continue discussing and talking about things. Shadow Warden, I know that you're kind of new, so if you want to get like caught up on the Faye mom drama, you can ask me questions there. Because I'm gonna be, or how do I phrase this? I'm gonna get into bigot mode. You ready? I'm ready to get canceled, you guys. I'm ready for people to call me some kind of phobics.
Let's just stay around me a little bit longer. It'll happen no matter what.
You know what? I've already been there. I literally had someone invite me to a Discord server that had like almost no people in it, and then they were like, okay, this is how we're gonna require everyone to introduce themselves. I was like, no thank you, I'm gone. And then the person who invited me was all like, do you have a problem against like the LGBTQ or community? I was like, no, I happen to be pansexual. So no, I don't have a problem with it. But why are you asking? Because you left when they said this. And I'm like, yeah, because I don't agree with that. And I don't have to. It's like, oh, you don't agree with making people feel comfortable? You blah, blah, blah. I was like, let me throw it back at you. Did you ask me that same question when we started talking on Discord? No, you
Right.
did not.
Right? Because it's not that important. It doesn't make people actually comfortable. You know what it only does? It's a form of control. Because most people that have preferred pronouns had no control in their youth. Either they felt like they were controlled by something, they didn't like something their parents did, and so this is their way of getting control back over themselves because they feel like they're lost little puppies. And you know what? I don't fucking care. The streaming shoes are coming off, kids. It's bedtime for my fat ass. But
I can't say what my preferred pronouns are on stream because it might get you in trouble.
well, my preferred pronouns are that fat bitch. So
Let me do this in a way it won't get you in trouble. My preferred pronouns are Nick, and I'm pretty sure the rest of you know what the next word is.
Rar. All right, guys.
I was gonna say her.
Shush. I love you all. Remember, Faye, tell the kids where they can find you and not your pronoun.
You can find me at my Twitch channel over at the Whimsical Fae Queen. I'm there. I'm not really on YouTube much. But I tend to stream almost every day. It just kind of depends on how my husband's schedule works. If he's out of the house for a significant amount of time, I might start a stream. Usually you can see me consistently Monday through Friday. I try to take weekends off if I can to spend time with my family and my husband all together at once. But if he decides that he's going to fuck off and do something, then I'll start up a stream. Little fox, hot and chocolate.
Oh my god, I am not highlighting that just in case. Orion, they're just going to the bathroom, damn it. God.
Bad Fae? Why Bad Fae? Why Bad Fae?
Bad Fae.
Shadow, Warden, White,
Naughty
Bad
Fae.
Fae. What did I say that was so bad, huh?
Naughty Fae.
No. I can say what I want. I am still half black, damn it.
It's the other half that's talking like this. Anyway, it's that redneck coming in. Yeah, I'm getting goofy now. Okay.
Look, my cousin, I had a cousin who legit told me after she remembered who I was, because she wasn't the name didn't click with her on Facebook.
Right.
Told me that she thought that they had given me back to the rednecks. So I was just all
Damn.
I was like, you want to go there? Okay.
Well, with that family drama, and we wonder why her mother was not the least of her problems.
So I had a few things I could have said to her, but kept my mouth shut because I was really tempted to ask her.
No. Were you tempted to ask her something that'll get me demonetized?
I should not.
Huh?
Should not. Here, I'll just text it to you real fast.
Hurry, because I'm faded. But if you guys can find Faye, she is in my Discord. She has her own Discord. Go join it. As for moi, you will see me tomorrow night here, I think, with Hara Murata. I'm going to double check. I'm not sure if I'm streaming tomorrow night. If I'm not, all's the better, because I'm going to be very tired after Tuesday. Don't risk it. Don't risk it. They're already on the radar with me, but that is a funny one. If you want to see what she's gonna say, Faye will say it over on Twitch. But otherwise, yeah, you'll see me definitely on Tuesday, where I'm gonna be cooking up a whole ass Italian storm. Don't forget, guys, if you want one of these bad boys, which I'm gonna make a video tomorrow letting folks know, make sure you go find the community post, because I'm giving these away on my anniversary. Well, the anniversary stream. Giving away 3 of them. You gotta go, comment, and leave your favorite star sign moment in the comments.
Oh, yeah.
Otherwise, you will.
Speaking of your channel, I watched a little bit of your recent video. You had me dying with that fucking title, Miss the Lion, the Witch, and the Audacity of this bitch.
I was gonna put the audacity of this fat bitch, but I didn't know if the fat would get me in trouble. So I just went the Lion, the Witch, and the audacity of this bitch. Cause like, oh my god, dude. I heard it once online. I don't know where I heard that. I've loved it ever since. So like usually I talk about Pearl when I say that. But J-Bay is in a fucking world all her own of audacity. Because if you guys want to see what I'm talking about, which by the way has been my best fucking performing video in months, so please go support it. If you haven't watched it already, it is my newest video right here. Go look it up. It is my newest one, and very happy so far with the results. So far, we are at 5,000 views in 1 day and 10 hours, which is this is so pathetic. My last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My last 5 videos just barely make that collectively. So, because I slung that phrase the last 2 years, it was not you, Rachel. I saw it on a Facebook somewhere, either Facebook or Twitter. Somebody had it on a picture, and I was like, "Oh my god, that's a beautiful phrase." I'm using it and the reason what really came to me about it was she likes to travel so much. Bitch, go to Narnia. You want to live in delusion? Go to Narnia. But anyways, you'll be seeing a new video out this week if I am able to get motivated tomorrow. We helped the algorithm while me being in the live chat on that video. Oh my god, you guys were amazing. Like, please, again, if you want to support me and you want to help me out, do me a favor, guys. Go on to a lot of my videos. Make some comments, interact, like some comments, make sure you like the video, share it on your timelines on Facebook or whatever your social media is. That does help me a lot. That is something that I do ask and I've been asking lately. I've got to start asking it in videos. But either way, you will definitely see me on Tuesday. Remember to tell people that are important to you that you love them to be safe. Faye, I love you.
I love you.
I love you all. Go make sure, guys, that you're going to Faye's Twitch afterwards. Because she's gonna be streaming.
It's gonna be time. I gotta I had a really good one and now I just lost it.
Oh my baby, why are you limping? You ready to go to bed, aren't you, bud? Alrighty, guys. Good night, everyone. Goodbye.